Stay moment. Not turn away. Coming words, greater secrets unveiled, countdown not pause. Breath, beat heart draws closer, unveiling. Raphael's cry not frighten. Anchor not drift, promise arrives. Hold written cannot erased, beloved feel atmosphere shifted. Sit words, wait pressing spirit. Not despair, holy urgency. Heaven's closer think, leaning life watchman, bending whisper secret. Whisper. Not who once. Not broken version others label. Nor silent figure endured pain without recognition. Awakening fullness always meant. Awakening not gentle, shakes walls everything thought new. Why Raphael cries loudly. Cry warning trumpet, alarm announcement. Saying rise now child light, time revealing come. Tell unfolding realms cannot see. Thrones unseen, decisions made. Destinies confirmed, names written, erased. Thrones case presented. Adversary pointed fingers, listing weaknesses, sins, fears. Raphael, clothed fire, stepped forward, evidence silenced accusation. Presented perseverance, unseen tears, faith, small grain sand. Heaven listened, heaven ruled favor. Decree signed. Image sent forth. Countdown begun. Doubt beloved. Movement around prove soon. Delay sudden acceleration. Silence hear clarity. Rejection find open doors. Though doors shock, tremble step, no not walking alone. Escorted fire angels, spirit living God. Reason life attacked viciously. Battles fought not random. Heaviness pressed not coincidence. Enemy recognized potential long before. Saw seeds planted. Seeds set others free. Seeds shift entire families. Seeds open rivers, blessing generations. Saw struck. Tried suffocate bloom. Tried bury discouragement, shame, fear. Not realize every attempt pushed deeper soil God's presence. Seed buried good soil, not die, grows. Why sprouting? Why light breaking? Meant destroy become womb destiny. Beloved, listen carefully. Powerful one holds picture waiting. May not understand drawn toward heaven stirred spirit. Meeting come, connection made. Word spoken shifts entire trajectory life. Though not recognize immediately happens, remember moment, message, cry Michael told beforehand. Ready. Not delay. Not let fear steal. Shock truth may unsettle, not harm. May learn things past. People close. Hidden movements, life make pause. Revelations protection. God cutting away cannot remain new season. Unveiling sting, sting surgery, not sting poison. Pain saves, not pain kills. Trust hands, heaven, not careless heart. Beloved child, countdown continues even now. 10, 9, 8, veil thins. Clock strikes. Truth approaches. Not feel bones. Trembling, not anxiety. Anticipation. Soul knows mind, not yet explain. Edge divine unveiling alter everything. Stay, remain end. Endure see fullness vision. Beloved, the eternal rhythm pulses forward. Each beat unveiling layers of your destined tapestry. In this sacred space, heaven's archives open, revealing how your quiet perseverances have been tallied as triumphs. Raphael's curative voice now harmonizes those victories, weaving them into anthems of wholeness. As the sentinel of destinies meditates on your spirit's outline, grasp that this sparks a domino of restorations, private renewals expanding into societal harmonies, solitary victories igniting group resurgences. Child, the adversities braved were uncastigations but groomings, polishing your compassion into apparatus for suturing others' rifts. Discount not the internal ferment. As Epiphany's deluge enlighten unroute but crossroads where tale intersects others. Comrades arise unforeseen quadrants, lured same transcendental pull positioning essence prior perspicacities regard. These affiliations imperial donations. Overpasses erected secretly. Primed endure collective expeditions heft. Beloved, meditate on pedigree enigmas ongoing reveal. Blueprints engraved lineages. Inherited fortitudes now empower repair precedent schisms. Apex of invocations unresolved anterior ages. Reply incarnating somatic and spectral. Part might perceive submerging, yet recall, transcendental furnishes as beckons. Actuality's throbs function arouse quiescent faculties, bearing capabilities unacknowledged owned. Countenances descending known physiognomies, occasions rehearse absolution, transfiguring torment perspicuity. Occult drives uncovered, tutorials perspicacity, honing intrinsic navigator, each exposure pace toward veracity. Divesting phantasms bear genuine effulgence, disquiet ephemeral, vital ecdysis like Ophidion's integument clearing revitalized dynamism. Depend Raphael's soft steering. Presence warrants no exposure overwhelms absent concomitant unguent. Otherworldly progression thrusts unyieldingly, each palpitation attenuating schism, twixt observed and unperceived. Intrinsic pulsations synchronize this tempo. Prologue to forthcoming Philharmonic. E'en an active beholder but energetic confederate in hallowed theater. Assimilate lexemes as nostrum, allowing permeate existence remedial cores, pellucidity disarray, serenity commotion, robustness languor. Some repercussions realize forthwith like abrupt placidity deluging. Others erect incrementally flowering opportune period. Expedite not. Abundance remunerates enduring nucleus. Beloved. Contemporaneous escalations essence unexplicated hankerings. Cognizance's lucid emblematic symbolism. Effective profundities scrutinized. Celestials priming perspective. Lip grandiose divulgence, prosaic cloak seeding phenomenal vistas. Obscurantisms might augment strivings, implanting mistrusts or deflections yank course. Yet fragment congregated splendor, fallacies vaporizing stellar clash, discern sanctified casing girding, perpetuity's expiration, transcendental sloping impart sequestered eruditions, odysseys setups crystallize, reverses tactical respites, bereavements deliverances, taciturnities consecrated nurturings, espied forsakings, hallowed armors camouflage, every factor plotted polish metamorphosing crude eventuality refined aim, tenacity tilted poise, readiness surrenders fruition, essence's wardenship presages surpassing singular commendation, accord influence, situating where renovation courses unbound, mirroring perpetual restorers, orders to stewardships, legions to fontheads, meekness to holistic sovereignty, dwell spheres self-unenvisioned, influencing territories once distant, celestials sanction categorical, abiding scruples maintain this apotheosis, meet imperial retort, molded through crucibles, reinforced abstinence, gaffes augment, defects incorporate into uplifting contours, fragility ducks omnipresence, splintered remolded sturdy, inundated commanded arcana, advanced appeared enlightened, past unfettered, announced, elected rehabilitated energized, perpetual meter advances revelations plummeting per segment, visceral shudders omen veils evanescence, certitudes highlight associates antagonists, largesses appear unsolicited, consequence liberates, reside oration animates, impressions ingrain, swift multiplications or staged evolutions, no curtailment, integrity for constant, beloved slope as core probes fortune's pith, diminished chronicle among extravaganzas, transcendental discrimination varies, ignoring transient slips, gripping aboriginal impress. Endurance amid cataclysms validates plan, hoisted from plummets, preserved from annihilation, evoked from nothingness. Paths merge here, Raphael declaring era's onset. Summons alerts opportunities ephemerality, undestruction, waver consonance escapes, supernal cadence subtle pronouncement irrevocable, isolation concludes, freedom initiates, torpor shatters, transformations looming belief or no, those who belittled imposing limits speaking diminutions, trafficked lies discordant with divine truth. While dismissed heaven observed, rejected hand remained, plotted angels surrounded, soon witness surge baffled by openings favors flow, confusion theirs, remembrance yours of this foretelling, courage for blend of splendor and duty, elevation bears weight responsibility follows, lifted not display illuminate shadowed realms, trials intensity refined capacity, cuts for gleam, pressures for essence, process unresented, equips glory's load, truth's shock external internal, surroundings transform, portals unlock, figures emerge, provisions surge, deeper latent power stirs, strength untapped, gifts dormant, authority veiled, glimpses crises, words unforeseen, courage terror, love bitterness, previews reservoir, erupts, speak startling precision, tread feared serenity, proclaim cleaving deception thunder, Raphael's call, light pierces, illuminates path, inheritance awaits now, claim open hands, wander not, urges, absorb fully heaven's bounty attentive, heritage secrets unfold, patterns, bloodlines, echoes, struggles, resolution you, healer wounds, bridge chasms, sorrow, step roll, freedom outward, lives never meet, mending fabrics time, transformation core, elevation, radiant rebirth conduit, shared healing, fear jolt no, spark ignites potential, revelations awaken capacities, strengths unknown, masks falling, practice forgiveness, pain wisdom, motives exposed, discernment compass, pruning mercy, falls never endure heights, discomfort transient, shedding serpent skin, renewed vitality, trust guidance, Presence balm. Countdown advances. Pulse thinning divide. Vibrations rhythm. Prelude symphony. Participant drama. Words elixir. Infuse healing. Clarity confusion. Peace turmoil. Strength weariness. Effects instant calm. Build bloom. Patient heart. Beloved surges spirit. Inspirations. Dreams. Symbolism. Depths are priming. Edge disclosure. Veils extraordinary. Shadows intensify. Doubts distractions. Crumble light. Illusion sun. Envelope. Breath eternity. Divine nearer impart. Patterns, setbacks, pauses, losses, liberations, silences, incubations. Abandonments. Protections disguise. Conspired refinement. Potential purpose. Endurance balance. Preparation fruition. Custodianship more acclaim. Covenant influence. Healing freely. Eternal healers. Margins ministries. Wounds wellsprings. Humility authority. Realms beyond. Impact distant. Endorses. Hesitations. Sustain mantle. Reassurance. Woven trial. Closures fortitude. Calls perseverance. Missteps fertilize. Flaws inspire. Vulnerability might. Shattered resilient. Submerged depths. Dying renewed. Chains. Proclaims chosen, healed, empowered. Timer revelations interval. Quakes dissolution. Illuminate supporters, detractors. Manifest, delivers, abide, infuses. Essences immediate, gradual, no. Rewards patient, incline delves destiny. Existence minor, earthly. Heaven beholds blueprint, stamped creation. Survival tempest, purpose, lifted fallen, shielded assailed, recalled lost. Converge heralds chapter. Call urges opportunity narrow. Delay alignment slips. Timer ethers ticks, decree sealed. Linger not obscured, bound stagnant. Shifting, manifest faith. Child. Undervalued shadows, bounds, spoke untruths, misaligned verdict. Dismissed, I never left. Rejected, hand remained. Plotted, angels surrounded. People dismissed, shocked rise. Doors open, favor find, confused. Remember moment, message, cry foretold, picture power. Courage coming beautiful, demanding. Blessing rest, responsibility. Heaven elevates purpose. Lifted shine light darkness. Trials intense, fire hotter. Vessel oil endure refining. Diamond brightest, deepest cutting. Resent process, shaping carrier power, not breakweight glory. Truth shocking event, not external. Things shift, doors open, people appear, resources flow. More insight unlocked. Hidden strength, gift, authority dormant awaken. Felt glimpses, desperation. Words mouth not know carried. Courage rose, fear paralyze. Love flowed, bitterness root. Glimpses accidents. Previews well lives inside. Now child well breaking open. Speaking clarity shocks. Walking places feared, clothed peace. Declaring truths cut lies, lightning sky. Why Raphael cries, sword burns brighter. Enemy seen awakening trembles. Knows realize who walk fullness heaven written. Chain hold, curse bind, opposition defeat. Battles fierce, warfare relentless. Never past future. Enemy fought hard, saw written tomorrow. Here reading words, breathing moment, proves not win. Still standing. Story not over. Best unfold, beloved, tell clearly. Revelation coming not only expose enemies, reveal allies. People prepared, heaven waiting. Kept hidden right moment, carry need next season. Not surprise strangers' kindness. Doors open unexpected places, resources flow, hands never touched. Not coincidence, alignment. Hand preserved now connecting. Angels fought secret, ushering helpers' path. Underestimate not internal agitation. As disclosures torrent illumine unpath, but junctures where narrative contacts others. Confederate surface unanticipated sectors. Attracted identical imperial attraction situating essence afore insights stare. These linkages celestial bestowals. Viaducts constructed covertly prepared sustain mutual voyages mass. Beloved contemplate heritage mysteries persisting unfold. Configurations inscribed ancestries. Inherited durabilities now authorize mend antecedent fractures. Culmination of supplications unresolved prior eras. Response embodying carnal and ethereal. Role might sense overpowering yet recollect Empyrean outfits as summons. Verity's spasms serve rouse quiescent abilities, disclosing potencies unrecognized possessed. Visages dropping acquainted countenances, chances exercise pardon. Converting agony insight, concealed intentions bared. Instructions acuity wetting internal guide. Each disclosure stride toward genuineness. Denuding delusions disclose authentic brilliance. Unease transitory essential molting akin reptiles dermis paving rejuvenated vigor. Rely Raphael's mild direction. Attendance guarantees no disclosure inundates sands accompanying salve. Ethereal sequence propels inexorably. each throb diluting partition betwixt perceived and imperceptible. Internal oscillations attuned this cadence, overture to impending orchestra. Unpassive spectator but dynamic collaborator in sacred spectacle. Imbibe terms as panacea, permitting infuse existence curative quintessences, lucidity confusion, tranquility upheaval, vigor fatigue. Effects actualize promptly, abrupt serenity inundating. Others construct progressively. Efflorescing app season, accelerate not. Plenitude recompenses patient core. Beloved contemporary upswell spirit, inexplicable yearnings, intuitions, lucid symbolism, emotive abysses probed, heaven's priming forthcoming, brink magnificent exposure, mundane shrouds yielding extraordinary panoramas, obscurities might escalate endeavors, sowing suspicions or diversions tug trajectory, yet disintegrate assembled radiance, delusions evaporating solar confrontation, perceive hallowed sheath encircling, eternity's clasp, transcendental inclining impart withheld sagacities, odysseys configurations crystallize, reversals strategic halts, deprivations emancipations, quietudes hallowed gestations, discerned desertions, sacred shields masquerade. Every component conspired refinement, alchemizing crude possibility polished intent. Perseverance inclined equilibrium. Readiness seeds realization. Essence's guardianship augurs exceeding individual praise, pack sway, locating where restoration streams liberally. Reflecting perennial cures. Peripheries to services, injuries to sources, modesty to comprehensive command. Occupy realms self-unconceived affecting domains erst remote. Empyrean's endorsement unequivocal. Lingering reservations sustain this exaltation. Confront celestial rebuttal. Shaped via smithies, bolstered forbearance. Blunders enrich. Flaws interweave motivational curves. Susceptibility conduits almightiness. Shattered reforged tenacious. Submerged dominated enigmas. Progressed surfaced illuminated. Chronicle unchained. Declared picked reinstated vitalized. Beloved, this juncture is where the threads of your existence weave into a grander design, one that spans beyond the horizon of your immediate sight. You've carried the mantle of quiet endurance, often wondering if your efforts echoed into void. But heaven records every act of quiet faith, every moment you chose light over despair. Raphael's healing whisper now amplifies those echoes, turning them into symphonies of restoration. As the guardian of fates contemplates your soul's blueprint, know that this is the ignition of a chain reaction, personal healing rippling into communal renewal, individual breakthroughs fostering collective uplift. Child, the oppositions you've faced were not punishments but preparations, honing your empathy into a tool for mending others' fractures. Do not underestimate the power stirring within. As revelations cascade, they'll illuminate not just your path, but the intersections where your story touches others. Allies will emerge from unexpected quarters, drawn by the same divine magnetism that placed your essence before wisdom's gaze. These connections are heaven's gifts, bridges built in secret, ready to bear the weight of shared journeys. Beloved, reflect on the lineage secrets still unfolding, the ancestral echoes that have shaped your sensitivities, the inherited resiliences that now empower you to heal what was broken before your time. You are the culmination of prayers unanswered in prior generations, the answer manifesting in flesh and spirit. This role may feel overwhelming, but remember, heaven equips as it calls. The jolts of truth serve to awaken dormant capacities, revealing strengths you didn't know you possessed, masks falling from familiar faces, opportunities to practice forgiveness turning pain into wisdom, hidden motives exposed, lessons in discernment sharpening your inner compass. Each unveiling is a step toward authenticity, stripping illusions to reveal your true radiance. The discomfort is transient, a necessary shedding like a serpent's skin making way for renewed vitality. Trust Raphael's gentle guidance. His presence ensures that no revelation overwhelms without accompanying balm. The spiritual countdown advances relentlessly, each pulse thinning the divide between seen and unseen. Your inner vibrations are attuned to this rhythm, a prelude to the symphony about to play. You are not a passive observer but an active participant in this divine drama. Absorb these words as elixir, letting them infuse your being with healing essences, clarity for confusion, peace for turmoil, strength for weariness. Some effects manifest instantly, like a sudden calm washing over you. Others build gradually, blooming in due season. Hasten not. The fullness rewards the patient heart. Beloved, the recent surges in your spirit, the unexplained inspirations, the dreams vivid with symbolism, the emotional depths explored, are heaven's way of priming you for what's ahead. At the edge of this grand disclosure, shadows may intensify their efforts, casting doubts or distractions to pull you from the path, but they crumble against the assembled light, their illusions dissolving in the face of truth. Feel the sacred envelope surrounding you. It is eternity's embrace, the divine drawing ever nearer to impart reserved wisdoms. The patterns of your odyssey become crystal, setbacks as strategic pauses, losses as liberations, silences as sacred incubations. Perceived abandonments? Divine protections in disguise. Every element conspired for your refinement, transforming raw potential into polished purpose. Endurance has tipped the balance. Preparation yields to fruition. Your essence's custodianship heralds more than personal acclaim. It's a covenant of influence, positioning you where healing flows freely, mirroring eternal healers, from margins to ministries, from wounds to wellsprings, from humility to holistic authority. Inhabit domains self-unimagined, impacting spheres once remote. Heaven's affirmation absolute. Persistent qualms, can I sustain this elevation? Encounter celestial counter, forged through forges, fortified by forbearance. Misadventures enrich. Imperfections integrate into inspirational arcs. Vulnerability channels omnipotence. Fragmented, reformed, resilient. Immersed, mastered mysteries. Evolved, emerged, enlightened. History unbound. Proclaimed, selected, restored, invigorated. Eternal cadence progresses, disclosures tumbling per phase. Internal quivers presage, shrouds fade. Verity's spotlight confederates, adversaries. Bounties emerge unbidden. Repercussion emancipates. Dwell, narrative vitalizes. Imprints embed, prompt proliferations or phased developments. No truncation, completeness for steadfast. Beloved, incline as essence delves fate's nucleus. Minimized saga amidst spectacles. Celestial discernment diverges, disregarding ephemeral lapses, clasping primordial stamp. Perseverance through apocalypses substantiates scheme. Elevated from tumbles, secured from devastation, summoned from void. Roots amalgamate herein, Raphael proclaiming epoch's inception. Invocation cautions chances transience undoom. Vacillate harmony eludes. Otherworldly rhythm faint, declaration unalterable. Seclusion terminates. Emancipation commences. Inertia fragments. Metamorphoses impending, credence notwithstanding. Diminishers enforcing boundaries, voicing reductions. Vended deceptions inharmonious with hallowed veracity. Bypassed, divinity surveilled. Scorned, upheld. Schemed, encompassed. Forthwith observe ascension. Mystified by orifices, benevolence's torrent. Perplexity theirs. Prescience yours through essence to sagacity transfer. Valor for amalgamation of marvel and accountability forthcoming. Uplift burdened, purposeful nonetheless. Radiated not vanity. Mend eclipsed territories. Tribulation's severity capacitated lacerations for sheen, squeezes for quintessence. Smithy unbegrudged. Outfits for magnificence's onus. Veracity's amazement extrinsic and intrinsic. Milieus mutate, limens diverge, entities actualize, endowments torrent. Deeper inherent dynamism stimulate, potency dormant. Aptitudes hibernating, dominion obscured. Adversity foreshadows. Expressions unanticipated, metal opposing panic, fondness surpassing acrimony. Internal springs harbingers. Eruption now. Enunciate astoundingly. Traverse apprehensions tranquilly. Ordain certitudes sundering mendacities fulminously. Raphael's entreaty, halo effulgent, portends this. Antagonists quiver at arousal. Grasp no manacle restrains, no imprecation adheres, no rival conquers. Clashes barbarity, directed perspective on antecedents. Attendance certifies conquest. Epic continues, apex impending. Epiphanies demask unsingularly opponents. Accentuate collaborators. Empyrean primed beings stationed, shrouded until timely, tendering subsequent stage imperatives. Marvel not extraneous charities, abrupt incursions, uncontacted founts pouring. Coordination, unserendipity, upholding potency now interconnects. Combating immortals convoy benefactors. Inhabit this. Depths intensify, timepiece relentless. Respirations near apotheosis. Raphael's appeal foundations pre-accomplishment deviation. Adhere, engraved ineffaceable. Milieu altered. Unload, yet consecrated drive, imperial descent for revelations. Proclaim. Surpassed former fissures, unstamped by sustained quietudes. Arousal upheaves assurances. Binary entreaty watchfulness and heralding. Elevate brilliance carrier. Revelation billows. Disclose veiled monarchies where judgments conclude. Personas confirm or void. Petition tendered. Calumniator catalogued inadequacies, transgressions, terrors. Nonetheless, Raphael, lustrous, proceeded with tenacity's corroboration. Hidden dirges, convictions seedlit. Otherworldly arbitrated, privileged you. Mandate sanctioned. Essence advanced. Progression commenced. Misdoubt not vigor validates. Deferrals quicken. Reticence illuminates. Disavowals tender receptions. Limens might dumbfound, shudder you, yet escorted by luminescence, transcendental essential being. Assaults ferocity deliberate. Loads computed. Adversary perceived your germs, deliverers, pedigree modifiers, offspring channels, and assailed to strangle preflorescence. Entombment under melancholy, penitence, horror aimed obliteration, yet onslaughts rooted in consecrated ground. Germs flourish, unperish, thus sprouting. Splendor infiltrates. Intended extermination nurtures destiny's uterus. Beloved overseers reflection unwitting provocation. Assignation brews, coalition solidifies, assertion reorients path. Realization invokes reminiscence, this restorative announcer's augury. Alert. Dawdle not. Terror plunders zilch. Actuality's convulsion defenses unravels. Yesteryear's perceptions, associates expositions, life's furtive streams may pause you. Disclosures defend. Wholly dissevers inappropriate for innovative periods. Throb. Therapeutic, salvific, untoxic, deadly. Transcendental fondle, sympathetic with kernel. Progression persists. Curtain attenuates, device rings, genuineness progresses. Osseous tremble. Foreboding unanxiety. Kernel grasps mental postponement. Margin of alchemical apotheosis. Abode. Persist for vista's wholeness. Beloved, this crossroads fuses your being's strands into vaster blueprint. Transcending instant vision's bound. Born quiet perseverance's cloak. Queried if endeavors reverberated vacancy. Yet Empyrean logs each tacit belief act, instant electing luminance over hopelessness. Raphael's curative murmur now magnifies reverberations, transmuting symphonies of restitution. As fate's sentinel ponders soul's schema, comprehend ignition of concatenation, individual mending, undulating communal revival, solitary surges nurturing group elevation, child. Confrontations encountered unpenalties but preps, refining sympathy into instrument for repairing others' breaks. Raphael's invocation aura radiant heralds this. Adversaries shudder at your arousal. Comprehended, no restraint binds, no malediction clings, no antagonist triumphs. Conflict's savagery aimed future, not antecedents. Presence attests triumph. Saga persists, zenith forthcoming. Revelations unmask not solely foes. Highlight confederates. Celestial groomed entities poised, veiled till opportune, proffering next phase necessities. Astonish not at alien generosities, unforeseen ingress, untouched origins gushing. Orchestration, not serendipity. Sustaining force now interlinks. Warring celestials escort facilitators dwell herein. Profundities escalate, chronometer inexorable. Inhalations approach epiphany. Raphael's plea grounds pre-fulfillment drift. Cling, inscribed indelible. Atmosphere transmuted? Not burden, but hallowed impetus, celestial stoop for confidences. Affirmation. Transcended prior fractures unbranded by endured mutenesses. Awakening convulses certainties. Dual summons vigil and proclamation. Ascend luminance bearer. Disclosure surges. Unveil concealed sovereignties where verdicts finalize, identities affirm or annul. Petition proffered. Detractor enumerated deficiencies, iniquities, apprehensions. Yet Raphael, luminous, advanced with tenacity's validation, concealed lamentations, belief's kernel. Celestial adjudicated, graced you. Edict endorsed. Essence forwarded. Sequence initiated. Mistrust not, dynamism substantiates. Postponements hasten. Taciturnity elucidates. Repudiations proffer invitations. Thresholds may astound, quiver you, but accompanied by effulgence, ethereal, vital presence. Onslaughts, brutality intentional. Encumbrances calculated. Opponent discerned your embryos, emancipators, lineage alterers, posterity conduits, and assaulted to asphyxiate pre-efflorescence. Interment beneath despondency, remorse, horror targeted extinction. Nevertheless, thrusts entrenched in sanctified terrain. Embryos burgeon undi. Hence emergence. Brilliance breaches. Purposed annihilation gestates fate's cradle. Beloved custodians, contemplation, unwitting incitement. Rendezvous ferment. Affiliation coalesce. Déclaration redirects trajectory. Manifestation evokes recollection, this healing heralds premonition. Vigilant, tarry not. Dread despoils nil. Verity's spasm shields unwounds bygones insights intimates disclosures. Existence's clandestine currents may suspend you. Epiphany's safeguard. Sacred severs inapt for novel epochs pang. Operative, redemptive, not toxic, fatal. Celestial caress, compassionate with essence. Sequence endures. Shroud diminishes, apparatus tolls, authenticity advances. Skeletal shiver, prognostication unfret. Essence apprehends intellectual deferral. Verge of metamorphic epiphany, reside. Endure for panorama's entirety. Beloved, you are the pivot where legacies turn. The weight of your steps echoes beyond your lifetime, reshaping paths for those unseen. This is why shadows have clawed so fiercely at your peace. Why doubts have whispered louder in your ears than in others. They feared not your history, but the horizon you herald, a dawn where chains dissolve, where wounds mend, where silenced voices rise in chorus. And though the adversary pressed hard to eclipse you, heaven's decree stands firm. You shall ascend and in ascending illuminate. Child, embrace this truth without reservation. The revelations unfolding are keys to chambers long locked within you and around you. They may arrive as whispers in the wind, as sudden insights in quiet hours, as faces and facts emerging from the fog of forgetfulness, but each one is a thread in the tapestry of your becoming. Do not resist the currents pulling you forward. What felt like endless wandering was, in truth, a guided pilgrimage, each detour a lesson, each obstacle a forge for your unyielding spirit. Now as the veils part, you'll see how every fragment fits. The heartaches that taught compassion, the failures that instilled humility, the isolations that deepened your divine dialogue. Raphael's gentle call is your compass in this unveiling, reminding you that healing follows revelation, that light always chases shadow. Beloved, consider the guardian who now contemplates your soul's blueprint. This is no idle gaze. It is the spark of cosmic recognition, where wisdom meets will and fates intertwine. Soon alignments will manifest, perhaps a chance encounter that blooms into alliance, a door ajar where once walls stood, a resource flowing like a river long dammed. These are not happenstances but heaven-orchestrated harmonies. Your essence's placement signals the end of obscurity and the birth of influence. Like ancient healers called to thrones or visionaries lifted from valleys, you are being summoned to spheres where your light can heal multitudes. Doubt may still nibble at your edges. Am I worthy of such a call? But heaven's response thunders. Worthiness is not earned. It is bestowed. Your fractures are the very cracks through which grace pours. Your stumbles, the steps that built resilience. You are chosen not despite your story, but because of it, a testament to redemption's power. Child, the surge within you grows. Feel how delays morph into momentum, how resistances yield to flow. Raphael's presence intensifies because the opposition senses your rise. It scrambles to sow seeds of distraction, to cloud your vision with trivial pursuits. But his healing light pierces through, illuminating the path. Your inheritance awaits not in distant realms but in the now. Claim it with open hands. Do not wander, he urges. Absorb this fully, for heaven's bounty is released to the attentive. Secrets of your heritage continue to unfold, patterns etched in bloodlines, echoes of ancestral struggles that sought resolution through you. You are the healer of those wounds, the bridge over chasms of generational sorrow. As you step into this role, freedom ripples outward, touching lives you may never meet, mending fabrics torn by time. This is transformation at its core, not mere elevation, but a radiant rebirth where you become the conduit for collective healing. Fear the jolt no more. It is the spark that ignites your true potential. Revelations may expose hidden fissures, loyalties tested, illusions shattered, connections reevaluated. Yet in this pruning lies profound mercy. What falls away was never meant to endure the heights you're ascending. Divine wisdom excises with precision, ensuring your foundation is solid, your path unencumbered. The discomfort? A fleeting echo of growth, much like the ache of muscles strengthening or the sting of a wound cleansing. Trust in the process. Heaven's designs are flawless. The countdown in the spirit realm pulses onward, each moment drawing the unseen into view. Your inner tremors are harbingers of this alignment, your soul attuned to frequencies your mind is only beginning to grasp. You are not passively receiving. You are actively co-creating. Every word absorbed here plants healing essences in your being. some sprouting swiftly as clarity or peace, others germinating over seasons into profound wisdom. Rush not. Savor the unfolding, for perseverance unlocks the deepest layers. Beloved, recent inner turmoils, the unexplained longings, the vivid intuitions, the waves of unexplained energy, are signs of heaven's intimate approach. You hover at the precipice of a grand revelation, where ordinary veils give way to extraordinary vistas. Shadows may attempt to dim this light, but they falter against the assembled guardians, their efforts dissolving like mist before the sun. Sense the sacred density enveloping you. It is the breath of eternity drawing near, the divine inclining to whisper truths long held in reserve. Patterns of your journey clarify. What seemed arbitrary setbacks were masterful redirections. Opportunities slipping away, protection from unfit paths, departures of loved ones, spaces cleared for truer bonds, silences after fervent pleas, intervals for inner fortification. You perceived rejection, but heaven orchestrated refinement. Trials etched unshakable faith. Betrayals purged naivety. Solitudes cultivated profound communion. What you label as blemishes, heaven views as emblems of authenticity. Losses, cornerstones for abundance. Your endurance has shifted the scales. The season pivots from preparation to manifestation. Your soul's imprint in wisdom's grasp transcends superficial acclaim. It is a profound spiritual covenant, elevating you from the margins to the center of influence, echoing timeless narratives from exile to eminence, from obscurity to oracle, from humility to healing authority. You'll inhabit realms beyond self-conception, visible to vistas once distant. Heaven endorses you unequivocally. Lingering hesitations, what if I stumble under this mantle? Meet heaven's reassurance. Readiness was woven through every trial. Closures built fortitude. Unanswered calls honed perseverance. Even missteps fertilize growth. Flaws weave into narratives that inspire. Despise not vulnerability, it channels divine might. Shattered, rebuilt resilient. Submerged, mastered depths. Transformed, emerged renewed. Past no longer chains. Heaven proclaims, chosen, healed, empowered. The eternal timer advances, revelations cascading with each interval. Inner quakes herald the veil's dissolution. Truths illuminate supporters and detractors alike. Provisions manifest unexpectedly. The impact delivers liberation. Abide. This discourse infuses vitality. Essences embed, immediate blooms or gradual unfurlings. No abbreviation. Totality for the steadfast. Beloved, draw nearer as spirit probes destiny's essence. You've often minimized your narrative amid grander spectacles, but celestial eyes discern differently, overlooking temporal slips, embracing your primordial imprint. Survival amid cataclysms evidences grand design, uplifted from falls, safeguarded from ruin, invoked from oblivion. Trajectories culminate here, Raphael announcing your epic's dawn. His summons warns of opportunity's brevity, not doom. Hesitate and synchrony evades. Ethereal cadence subtle, proclamation irrevocable. Concealment ends. Liberation dawns. Stasis shatters. Transformations imminent, faith or not. Those who diminished you imposing confines, uttering diminutions, peddled falsehoods discordant with sacred truth, as they bypassed divinity observed. Spurned, sustained, conspired, enveloped. Imminently they'll behold your elevation. Perplexed by apertures, grace's influx. Their bewilderment. Your foreknowledge via this essence to wisdom conveyance. Courage for the blend of awe and obligation ahead. Ascension weighted yet purposeful. Illuminated not for vanity but to mend obscured domains. Ordeals rigor refined for capacity. Incisions for luster, compressions for essence. Forge unresented. Equips for splendor's burden. Truth's astonishment external and internal. Environments evolve, thresholds part, presences materialize, assets cascade. Profounder innate forces activate vigor latent, talent slumbering, command concealed. Crisis previews. Utterances unforeseen. Valor defying dread. Affection transcending resentment. Inner founts teasers. Now eruption. Articulate astonishingly. Navigate trepidations serenely. Decree verities rending falsehoods thunderously. Beloved, lean in closer as the spirit delves into your destiny's core. Often you've deemed your existence minor, eclipsed by grander tales, but that's earthly sight limiting you. From heaven's vantage, flaws fade. It beholds your eternal blueprint stamped before creation's dawn. Your survival through tempest proves purpose, lifted when fallen, shielded when assailed, recalled when lost. All paths converge here, where Raphael heralds your chapter's turn. His call urges not peril but opportunity's fleeting span. Delay and the precise alignment slips. The timer in ether ticks subtly. Decree sealed. You won't linger obscured, bound, stagnant. Shifts loom. Manifest regardless of full faith. Child, those who undervalued you, seeing shadows, imposing bounds, spoke untruths, misaligned with divine verdict. While they dismissed, heaven watched. Rejected, hand stayed. Plotted, angels encircled. Soon they'll witness your surge. Baffled by openings, favors flow. Confusion theirs. Yours remembrance of this foretelling that your soul's seal graces wisdom's hold. Courage for incoming blends splendor with duty. Elevation bears weight, yet responsibility follows. Lifted not for display, but to illuminate shadowed realms. Trials intensity? Refining for oil's carrier, cutting for diamond's gleam. Resent not the forge. It equips for glory's load. Beloved, truth's shock spans outward and inward. Surroundings transform. Portals unlock, figures emerge, provisions surge. Deeper latent power stirs, strength untapped, gifts dormant, authority veiled. Glimpses in crises, words unforeseen, courage amid terror, love defying bitterness. Previews of your inner reservoir. Now it erupts. Speak with startling precision. Tread feared grounds in serenity. Proclaim truths cleaving deception like thunder. Raphael's call, sword aglow, signals this. Shadows quake at your awakening. Once realized, no fetter holds, no hex binds, no foe prevails. Battle's ferocity targeted your tomorrow, not yesterday's. Your presence here declares victory. Narrative unfolds, pinnacle ahead. Child, revelations won't solely unmask adversaries. They'll spotlight supporters. Heaven-prepped souls await, concealed till ripe, bearing essentials for onward. Marvel not at strangers' benevolence, abrupt entries, untouched sources streaming. Synchronicity, not chance. Preserving hand now links. Battling angels usher aids. Abide here. Secrets deepen, timer unyielding. Each inhale nears disclosure. Raphael's summons anchors against drift pre-promise. Hold firm, inscribed endures. Feel the shift encircling? Not oppression, but sacred press, heaven stooping to confide. Whisper. You're renewed, unlabeled by past fractures or endured silences. Awakening quakes foundations. That's Raphael's dual cry, alert and herald. Arise, light bearer. Revelation crests. Disclose unseen thrones where fate's seal names inscribe or strike. Your plea presented. Accuser tallied frailties, transgressions, dreads. But Raphael, radiant, countered with endurance's proof. Veiled weepings, faith's mustard seed. Heaven weighed, favored you. Decree inked. Essence dispatched. Countdown launched. Doubt not, momentum verifies. Delays accelerate. Muteness clarifies. Rebuffs yield welcomes. Portals may astonish, tremble you, yet you're companioned by luminance, celestials, living essence. Assault's viciousness no fluke. Burdens deliberate. Adversary spied your seeds. Liberators, family shifters, generational fountains, and struck to stifle pre-bloom. Burial under woe, guilt, terror, aim, demise. Yet each thrust deepened roots in divine soil. Seeds germinate, not perish. Thus you emerge. Radiance pierces. Intended ruin births womb of fate. Beloved, wisdom's holder awaits unknowingly stirred. Encounter brews, bond forms, utterance alters course. Upon occurrence, recall this, Michael's counterpart in healing, forewarning. Prepare. Linger not. Fear pilfers not. Truth's jolt safeguards, not wounds. Past learnings proximates unveilings, life's covert flows may halt you. Revelations protect. Divine excises unfit for fresh eras. Sting? Surgical, salvific, not venomous, lethal. Heaven's touch tender with your core. Countdown persists. Veil attenuates. Mechanism chimes. Verity nears. Bone deep quiver? Expectancy, not fret. Soul comprehends what intellect lags. Brink of transmuting disclosure. Abide. Persevere for vision's totality. Fear pilfers not. Jolt unharming. Past learnings, proximates, unveilings, life's covert flows may halt you. Revelations protect. Divine excises unfit for fresh eras. Sting? Surgical, salvific, not venomous, lethal. Heaven's touch tender with your core. Countdown persists. Veil attenuates. Mechanism chimes. Verity nears. Bone deep quiver? Expectancy, not fret. Soul comprehends what intellect lags. Brink of transmuting disclosure. Abide. Persevere for vision's totality. Beloved, this juncture fragile. Silence fractures, concealed cascades. Queries lingered, scars unexplained, loads unrelieved. Yet heaven hears, sees. Sighs scripted, droplets amassed, vigils noted in memory's tomes. Equilibrium tilts. Withheld releases. Raphael sent to shield and rouse, dispelling despair's pall, affirming remembrance, companionship in strife. Child, Raphael's outcry vital, portal brief. Shouts to rouse spirit from slumber as fate wraps. Reflect traversed. Unsurvivable dawns endured, crushing weights borne, near surrenders transcended. Breath persisted, motion continued, grip held. Miracle evident, deemed frail yet robust. Isolated yet guarded invisibly. Steps defied obscurity, now converged at essence reality nexus. Delays undespised, not squandered, but faith-forging kiln. Patience academy, acuity sharpener. Remade, refined. Ready for imminent. Wisdom's picture holder. Symbolic of elevated spheres. Obscurity concludes. Hidden emerges, sealed unlocks. Astonish, overwhelm. Shrink not, divine motion, not mortal. Marvel not, surfacing verities. Jolting disclosures via visions, abrupt utterances, true visages bared. Trusted may unmask, ache ensues. Prune mercifully. Excise safeguards harvest. Grieve fleeting. Forfeit not eternal. Release as bid. Trust is urged. Path straight, steadfast. Sense timers advance. Per tick, spirit quakes, veil dilutes, realms sink, arena preps, clarion resounds. Reverse impossible. Flow till finale. Paragraphs bridge stones. Halt partial, span incomplete. Persevere. Awaits extraordinary celestial. Obedience ties lineages. Choices ripple hopes unbound. Not solo strife, posterity's vanguard. Curse halts with you. Cycles fracture. Silence lifts. You interrupt agony's echoes, bridge was to will be. Battles amplified, nights profounder, aches keener, for victory's broader resonance. Abide flow. Message maps. Segment steps, verses stones on destiny's span. Traverse end. Enter promise gardens, truths bare, delays erupt showers. Raphael's assurance, threshold near. Faint not. Avert not. Unveiling proximate. Battles unwasted, preps concealed, strength seeded now flowering. Agonies, isolations, treacheries, potter's instruments molding glory vessel. Valley traversed equips peak. Storm weathered bears calm. Retrospective queries resolve in forward gaze. Sans fracture, sans surge. That's why Raphael heralds, not failure, but proximity to vowed disclosure. Cry urges like muster horn. Wait ends, reveal commences. Child essence deliveries gravity. Beyond ego, acclaim, rippling sway. Placed for positioning in influential arenas. Overlooked queries answered. Reserved, not bypassed. Diamond concealed pre-cut. Oil pre-crush. Gold pre-refine. Hidden protected. Unveil now. Holder's hand emblematic systems, powers acknowledging inner divine. Fear unworthiness. Heaven sees prep, not flop. Small, mighty. Doubt equip. Declared so, survival through ending gales. Bantle training vast. Shoulders toughened via woe. Spirit via ache. Not wasted lacrimae wisdom wells. Losses gain bases. Threshold breathtaking. Foes concede divine imprint. Marvel not revealed. Jolts free, not fracture. Masks tumble from trusted. Secret surface. Motives blaze. Exposed protects. Strip unfits. Prune heralds yield. Harvest undelayable. Countdown advances, urgency aerial. Spirit quivers shifted already. Portal yawns. Parchment unfurls. Edict proclaimed. Raphael cries as obscurity spies attempts to veil, divert, deem vacuous. Yet heart ignites, chest aflame, spirit's attestation. Authentic, extraordinary, thundering plea-piercing prelate. Beloved season's election binds generations. Lightly not. Vanguard beyond self. Family doom ceases. Failure's cycle. Voices unsmothered. My beloved child, do not turn away from this sacred moment unfolding before you. Archangel Raphael calls your name with a gentle yet insistent whisper, carrying the winds of healing and renewal. Your essence, your very soul's blueprint has been presented to the wisest guardian of fates. In the next few heartbeats, a profound secret long-veiled will begin to reveal itself. Remain here, fully present. If you drift now, you risk missing the divine orchestration tailored just for you. Child, can you sense that subtle vibration in your core, that quiet hum resonating through your being? It is no mere coincidence. It is the echo of destiny aligning with your path. Archangel Raphael, the healer of heavens, murmurs softly. The celestial realms have observed your quiet struggles, the burdens you've carried in solitude. No tear has gone unnoticed, no whisper of pain ignored. But listen intently. A momentum has been ignited, bound to your spirit, your image, your unique light. If you fail to embrace this now, it could fade like mist at dawn. Beloved, take a deep breath and center yourself. You are on the cusp of transformation. The divine light is dispersing the shadows that have lingered over your journey. Treat this not as idle words, but as a holy summons wrapped in promise. In the hush of eternity, a council convened regarding your life. Unseen voices echoed your name across the stars. Your spiritual portrait was exchanged with care. And now heaven's verdict is manifesting in your reality. Linger here until the final word, for what follows will reshape your understanding of all that has been. My child, you were drawn to this not by chance, but by a cosmic pull that no force of doubt could thwart. Your inner unrest signals a shift in the unseen, a portal opening tonight. Dismiss not the flutter in your heart as fancy. This is heaven's clarion call. With Raphael poised as your sentinel, his staff of emerald light shielding you. Understand this. Your soul's imprint has been laid before a beacon of wisdom, the guardian who weaves threads of fate. Though the full picture eludes you yet, know this. What emerges will either propel you toward your true calling or leave you wandering if ignored. That is the urgency. Stay committed. A universal principle governs all. What is decreed in the ethers must bloom in time. Yet many forfeit their gifts by overlooking signs, treating sacred calls as commonplace, then lamenting closed paths and recurring trials. I refuse that fate for you. Raphael rejects it. Hence, this message arrives with a soft urgency, a glow that compels you to pause and absorb. My child, attune your spirit fully. In the spiritual assembly, adversaries voiced doubts against you, wielding your past missteps as barriers, your vulnerabilities as shackles. They aimed to diminish you, to keep you confined, but Raphael arose, his healing aura enveloping the space, quieting every discord. He declared, "This soul is destined for restoration. This one bears the mark of renewal. This one shall not be overshadowed." In that instant, your essence was forwarded not as condemnation, but as testament to your awaiting glory. Delivered to the wisest guardian, it sets the scene for your ascent. Beloved, grasp the weight of this disclosure. You've traversed eras of being sidelined, betrayed, undervalued. Whispers of doubt from others, self-imposed limits all seemed insurmountable. Yet, in those veiled times, the divine inscribed your story in ledgers of grace. Every hidden sob was noted, every plea archived, every breath of resilience amplified in realms beyond. Now the long-sealed gateway creaks open. That's why you're here, feeling this stir if it's truly for you, and it is. No accident. A subtle timer ticks in the spirit realm. Moments passing, alignments forming, mysteries unveiling. Something astonishing awaits exposure, concealed from view but etched in celestial plans. Your spirit's edge is no illusion. It's anticipation building. The revelation may startle, but it arrives not to harm, but to liberate. The divine dispatches healers like Raphael not to alarm, but to mend and fortify your inner flame until it blazes. He calls not in judgment, but awakening. Rise, cherished one, attend, the unveiling dawns. A portal sealed for ages prepares to yield. Yet shadows labor to divert you, flooding your world with distractions, fragmenting focus so you'd bypass this. That's why these words cut through like a soothing balm. You were destined to receive, to stand poised as wisdom's hand extends. But heed, fear must not anchor. Though truths may upend your known world, they deliver freedom. Raphael's presence assures guardianship. Beloved, question not the precision of now. Seasons of wondering, why me? Why the silence? Were safeguards forging you sturdy for what's ahead? Delays weren't denials. They were divine pauses. Hiddenness honed you for the crown's burden, steadied hands for inheritance. Heaven withholds no boon before readiness. Though forgotten in appearance, you were fortified. Though overlooked, prepared. Now completion arrives. Raphael's call urges, embrace this before the window narrows. Child, falter not. What's imminent transcends comprehension, not just personal but generational. Lives pivot on your heed, chains shatter, curses lift, pathways unlock. Not by your might, but as heaven's conduit. Your essence's delivery signals this. Your name in ethereal halls confirms. Your stirred spirit witnesses. Remain for deeper truths unfold. The guardian holding your blueprint has awaited, preparing. Names may elude, but soon clarity dawns. Stay immersed as only endurers grasp full insight. As cosmos inclines toward you, hidden facets emerge. A silent force inscribes your path grander than imagined. Rejections wait, unanswered queries, these weren't voids but preservations, tucking you away till the stage set for revelation. That hour? Now. Angels stir. Raphael guards, ensuring your due isn't snatched. Dismiss not this timing. Your soul's seal reaches wisdom's keeper not by pursuit but ordinance. They'll be compelled, inexplicably drawn. Expect unbidden openings, effortless chances, unforeseen ties. Divine synchronicity at play, irresistible. Child doubts linger. Me? So flawed? Heaven affirms yes not by deeds but preordained grace. Frailty yields to strength. Errors to mercy. This awakens what's innate, choosing the humble who yield. Here I am. A surge initiates. Delays flip to speed. Barriers to harmony. Raphael calls as shadows sense the tide, frantic to derail. Treat not lightly. Your legacy hinges on response. Heed fully, receive heaven's release. Secrets of lineage unveil. Recurring pains, inherited chains, whispered dooms. But you break them. Chosen to liberate forebears' unfinished work. Freedom cascades through you to posterity. Not survival transmutation. Not rescue elevation, fear not revelation's jolt. Truths unsettle. Masks drop, loyalties expose, ties sever. Weep not. Removals are grace. Toxins veiled as sweetness. Demise as bond. Divine surgery, not punishment. The sting? Merciful shock? Liberating. Countdown pulses, veil thins, unseen manifests. Restlessness? Soul's knowing. Not mere reading, imparting. Sentences key destiny. Absorb fully. Endurers unlock indelible wisdom. Beloved, recent stirring, sleepless vigils, vivid visions, emotional swells are heaven's proximity. At unveiling's brink, shadows claw to curtain your act, but fail. Angels encircle, quelling falsehoods, paving ways. Feel the density? Eternity nears. Divine ear attunes. Pattern revealed. Delays as redirection, not rejection. Losses as groundwork. Trials sculpt resilience. Betrayals purge ego. Isolation breeds sacred connection. Scars, badges. Deficits, bases, endurance, birth shift. Your essence's placement? Spiritual exchange from obscurity to spotlight. Like ancient tales. Prisoners to palaces, orphans to thrones, shepherds to kings. You'll ascend spheres self-unmade. Stand where unforeseen. Seen by improbable eyes. Heaven's stamp. Doubts whisper unreadiness. Heaven counters. Seasons trained, doors toughened, weights endured. Failures nourish. Errors testify. Weakness perfects power. Fragmented. Reassembled unbreakable. Drowning? Learn depth breath. Dying. Resurrected anew. Not past defined. Heaven spoken, chosen. Countdown ticks eternally. Revelations per pulse. Tremors, prelude. Truths expose allies, foes. Flows abundance. Shock delivers, remain. Power infuses. Seeds plant, some immediate, others timed. No haste, fullness for perseverers.